Welcome back, Super Friends and Super Family. I'm Nick, and today I'm reacting to Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 6, Episode 16. So we've had a lot of interesting things going on recently this season of Buffy. Obviously, last episode, the huge development was the surprise return of Riley, and that was interesting, especially in regards to what it made Buffy think about, and specifically what it made her think about her relationship with Spike. So it seems like she's ended things. I don't know if that means she actually has ended things. I mean, it might be a case where, similar to Willow, Buffy has a hard time fully breaking the habit. But to be honest, if I had to guess, I actually think she is done with Spike at this point, because she felt determined. And Buffy, when she sets her mind to something, she's a very strong-willed type of person. So I feel like all she really needed was that wake-up call to realize that she was unhappy in her situation with Spike, and especially like she realizes that she is taking advantage of him, and she's ashamed that she's in that type of a relationship. So it'll be interesting to see, of course, Spike's reaction and his heartbreak, because he's more than happy to be in any type of relationship with Buffy, and also to see how exactly Buffy plans to rebuild. But as always, if you want to watch along the full unedited reaction, that is up on Patreon. Of course, it's where you can watch future episodes of this season of Buffy, as well as Season 3 of Angel if you don't want to wait and you'd care to support the channel. Let's just get right into it. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Season 6, Episode 16.
Buffy, it's hideous. But it's my duty.
What are they talking about?
I'm Buffy the bridesmaid.
Oh.
We must share equally in the cosmic joke that is bridesmaidsdom. A vengeance demon for like 1,000 years. No, all the most flattering, are they?
I kind of want to see those outfits, to be honest.
A rehearsal dinner, a zoo without the table manners.
I wish I could have seen that. That should have been an episode.
I haven't seen them that bad since my bat mitzvah. Did you see how much they drank?
Ooh, boy.
Mr. Harris threw up in my purse.
Oh my gosh. Wow. That's disgusting.
Oh.
She loves it?
Guys look so beautiful.
Of course she does.
This is the happiest day of my whole life.
Why does this seem so ominous when they're talking about the wedding and there's a literal storm with lightning?
What you really want is Velcro. Tell you how that was my idea.
Velcro?
Myself an Irish cough. It's still plugged in.
Oh my gosh.
You'll be in the pictures, Ma.
You're one of hers, right?
Don't be rude.
We met. You said I resembled your mother-in-law. Tony.
He did? Oh my gosh.
You hit me with a cocktail wiener and you insulted my heritage.
How dare you?
Being circus folks, heritage now, no disrespect, of course.
Oh, of course you mean no disrespect.
Proud line of geeks. Kidding. Just kidding. Hey.
Those are the worst types of people.
He date a woman with a kid.
Your earrings are my cufflink.
They are.
Really? Really?
Excellent.
That's hilarious.
And nothing on earth can stop this wedding now.
You spoke too soon. Who the heck are you? Don't tell me that's like Anya's dad or something, right? Okay, I mean, dang, are we gonna have the actual wedding this episode? Like I said, I have a bad feeling from the opening storm to just the tension between Anya and Xander. And now this opening, it's gonna be like a Buffy birthday situation. That's my prediction. Now, maybe they'll still be able to get married after that.
Is it too small? It fit when I picked up the tux. I must wear Das Cummerbund.
You... Shit.
Hope you're comfortable.
You look great, Mr. About to get married. You're glowing. Oh my God. Maybe you're pregnant.
50% chance.
Teary.
Good. Good, Terry.
Not frustrated with bow tie Teary.
No.
You and Anya give me hope. Light at the end of this nasty tunnel.
Want me to hold it shut for you? Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, something important to do.
Is he even listening?
Tried to
I
get
need
back
feedback,
together.
Please continue with the vows.
But not to obey you, of course. And who do you think you are, like a sea captain?
Are these the real vows?
I'll take care of your heart, too. Tend to it like a little stray.
You look lovely.
It's probably the blush of imprudent spending.
The blush of imprudent spending? That's a great phrase.
Bad luck for the groom to see the bride in her dress.
Not wearing my dress when I see him. Okay, no sex. Cuddling?
I get to be with my best friend forever.
Why do I feel like someone's gonna go terribly wrong? What if... They're not gonna go tragic with this, are they?
Laugh when I tell a good one. Tell her what a funny guy I am, Donnie.
You're hilarious. Yes.
For the wedding.
Goodbye. Feel bad for that girl. Jeez.
I used to stuff things. I still do, but only for fun.
Is he like Anthony Perkins or something? What's going on here?
Alfred.
We're practically family now.
No.
Nothing you wish was different?
Oh, who is Spike with? What the? Is that his rebound after Buffy?
What did you meet my date?
I'm John.
Not very friendly rebound.
My date for the wedding.
She's my date. I'm with her. I'm not heartbroken and alone. Not at all.
Poor and speaky, bow to the easty kind of call.
In ignorance of our way?
Harrises are very broad-minded. We're Episcopalians.
Do us part. That's what cracks me up.
What cracks you up? But who is this guy, right? Is he related to someone, or is he just someone up to no good?
You look like you're ready to get married.
You want to get lucky? Still got what, 15, 20 minutes?
Don't let your dad near the bar.
Check.
Don't let your mom near the bar.
Check.
Spike's here and he brought a total. Spike brought a date.
Big day for you, man.
Third row. Mom, I'm sure it was a mistake.
Hey, Neff, do you know where the photographer
Oh no, you gotta talk to that guy.
is for
Yes, I
him?
That's
really
something-
need to talk to you.
Talk to him.
Please, can't get married today. A huge mistake.
Yeah, right. Thanks.
Uncle, you don't recognize me, do you?
No, who are you?
You have to believe me. I'm Xander Harris.
What?
You.
In the future? Hold on, we're having a time travel situation?
And you.
Oh, from the future.
It's Sunnydale, Xander. Don't laugh this off.
My way back to warn you.
A toast!
Prove it to you. I might need convincing.
Okay.
Come on. Follow me.
But what if this is a trick and he's just some demon or something getting Xander away?
To my wife, what would I do without you, beautiful?
This is gonna go badly.
Starters, I probably wouldn't need to drink so much, would I?
Oh my gosh, here we go.
Does this jerk ever shut up?
Challenged family shrubs. Sit down.
Yes.
Paid for all this. Cough up a couple of grand.
Oh my gosh. What, he just thinks he's rich so he could just like act like this?
Mazel tov.
What's this?
Oh, Buffy, nice save.
Once in a lifetime day.
What's under the hood? Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, let's get you
I was so much more
proud.
proud of Xander seeing where he came from, you know what I mean?
Room and I show
You
you my...
finish that sentence. Won't have anything to show.
Good. Buffy knows how to handle him.
What is it?
It's magic.
It's a Palantir.
You'll see what I've seen.
Anya.
This is future.
Anya!
The hell away from me, Dad! Trust
Oh dang, they got kids.
weirdo. Sarah is a weirdo.
Well, one of us has to make some money.
I can't work. My back's shot.
Oh dang.
I had to help.
Well, it didn't save her, did it? All it did was ruin our lives.
So Buffy dies.
I'll be late.
This can't be the inevitable future.
I hope you crash in your stupid pink car!
Not my real dad, and I hate you. I hate you both. I wish you'd die.
This is such a depressing future.
I would have gotten some touch in the past 20 years.
You wouldn't come near me after Buffy.
Don't bring her into this!
Born to be a bitter, angry old man. If I hadn't married you, I wouldn't have had to hate myself.
Does he end up killing her? Oh my gosh.
A glimpse of your future.
Is she okay? What did I do?
You can change things,
By just not getting married?
but you can't marry Anya. Sometimes two people, they bring each other is pain.
But can he change the future now that he's seen it? And also, how does Buffy die? That's a huge, part of the equation. You need to explain that part of the future.
Hello, Buffy.
But she seems like a very nice attempt at making me jealous.
That's exactly what she is.
Is it working?
A little.
That's so honest.
Yeah, it hurts.
I'm sorry. Or good. Happy couple. It's nice to watch you be happy. For them, even. You glow.
Because the dress is radioactive.
But it hurts.
Yeah.
Of course. It's not like Buffy doesn't care for Spike at all. She just knows
You're welcome.
it's not good.
About the wedding.
Let's just piss off.
But what a thing for Xander to hear before the wedding. And can you trust that guy, that future version of himself? Is it even actually that?
This for the Y chromosome looks good in a tux.
You know how much I love you.
About half as much as I love you.
Ready for the long walk?
Not quite.
In a sec, I want to work on my vows.
Not like we can start the wedding without you.
Can Xander tell anyone about this? I feel like you have to. How do you hold on to that on your own?
Confidant, your sex poodle.
Sex poodle?
Yeah, why?
He's gone. Xander disappeared.
Oh, great. Oh, great. It's like a Chandler situation.
I'm gonna find him, and you're gonna stall.
Poor Buffy, poor Willow, both of them. It's like crisis mode at the wedding.
There's just gonna be a little bit of a delay.
What's wrong?
Nothing.
Flowers are late.
The minister. Go and perform an emergency C-section.
What? The minister?
Yeah, you know, he's
oh
not
my
just a
gosh, this is great.
doctor. You know, he's half minister, half doctor. He's a minuter.
This is like my boss wants to buy my baby.
A couple of minutes.
Tara, keep her calm.
I love you. Before I knew you, I was like a completely different person. Not even a person, really.
Literally, very different.
Safe and warm. I finally get love. I really do.
It's so sweet, but it's so sad too, right? Is he... I mean, how are they going to resolve this?
Bored. It's a wedding, honey. We're all bored.
That's relatable.
No, it's
Are the musicians like not paying any attention? What are you doing?
beautiful.
Someone do a stand-up routine. They're hitting it off. Look at that. Oh, great. He's going back to the bar, most likely.
It's totally rude of him and the mother. Why couldn't he have just told her to hold it?
Give me a double jab.
I knew it. I knew it. Look at this guy.
Pay for the whole thing, and now she's gonna louse it up.
Worried about Anya. You know I love all my demons equally.
Really? Really? I would definitely love Anya way more.
Something.
So, who here's from out of town?
Is she really gonna do stand-up? Buffy? No way. Okay, this is amazing.
Bride waits for no one.
Oh no, oh no.
Not here yet. Well, then have to get married without a minister.
Tara, stop her. Okay, this is pretty hilarious.
What is the holdup?
You took off and no one can find him.
That's gonna get out.
What?
Oh no, say, look at this.
Catch you later, Dawn.
Dawn, come on.
Xander's missing? What do you mean Xander's missing?
Oh, this is so bad.
Dull the pain of looking at your ugly face.
He's like straight out of The Shining. Discount Jack Nicholson a little bit.
Think real hard about
That's it!
Dang. Yeah, this is, well, it's an entertaining wedding, I'll give you that. Can they use time travel to go back in time and do this over, please? Because even if Xander shows up, how do you fix this, right?
You okay?
At least they're having a special moment together.
Has anyone seen Xander?
Oh, she's gonna spot, but he's happy, future Xander. I don't trust future Xander. His vision might have been misleading, like a false prophecy or something.
Something to make him leave.
You're what? Vindictive as ever. You don't recognize me, Anya?
Guys, you break it up!
They're not gonna listen.
Tell me, old man, why he left.
left because of you.
That's not true.
I didn't do anything.
What about this?
What the hell? Yeah, it's not Xander.
What are you?
You did this. You brought this on.
What?
I waited a long time for this. You ruined my life.
I punished you.
Oh.
Next thing I know, I look like this and I'm being tortured in another dimension.
Oh, dang, it's someone that she... Okay.
Your future.
That's
or
not the
his
real
nightmare
future.
vision.
Yeah, that's just his fears.
That's it. That's all you did. Stop it.
Or Anya.
I'd love to see you scream.
Jeez. Yes, it's gonna be tough to fight in that.
Anya!
Oh good, he came back, okay. What's your threat?
I'm so glad.
Help Buffy, talk later.
It wasn't true, he just wanted to break us up.
Excuse me.
Perfect, strangle him with that.
It's dead.
Good. Okay, everyone enjoyed the show. That was another circus relative? What are you gonna say here?
Maybe we can cover it with flowers.
Look at this, damn it. I'm not paying for...
Oh, here we go. It's not over. Oh my gosh, really? Really?
Everyone, sit down.
Yes.
This wedding will go on, so get back in your seats.
No, it's bad luck to see me in my dress. It's all over now. He's dead. Let's get married.
Does he have second thoughts?
I'm not.
What?
I'm not ready.
Really?
I'm sorry.
Really?
He showed you it wasn't real.
I know it wasn't real, but it could be.
Are you serious?
He wanted you to hate me, Xander.
It wasn't you I was hating.
It's himself.
These thoughts and fears before this, maybe we just went too fast.
Oh my gosh, really?
Just calm down and we'll start over, okay?
Yeah, he doesn't want to become his parents.
If this is a mistake, it's forever. I don't want to hurt you. Not that way.
Oh my gosh, really? Really?
I'm sorry. So sorry.
I cannot believe they're really doing this. This season isn't depressing enough without this? People don't realize it's not happening yet? It's like the gauntlet, an emotional, devastating gauntlet.
Should we do something for her? Anything?
Be alone. The whole thing hurts my heart.
Save, I'm saved.
I thought they were happy.
They're supposed to be my light at the end of the tunnel. Guess they were a train. I should be hating Xander, but I can't. Hope he's okay.
I don't even know what to hope. I hope they're both okay. Who's that? And what's Ani gonna do now?
I'm tired of crying.
I'm sorry. You let him domesticate you.
Oh no.
You're a vengeance demon. You are powerful. It's time you got back to what you do best.
No, no, no. Is that what's gonna happen? Really? Oh my gosh, what an episode. Alright, so that's Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 6, Episode 16. Man, this season I'm in shock. I am in absolute shock. I mean, I know I've been talking about the possibility of things not going well during Xander and Anya's wedding, but to actually see it play out like that, I guess I was expecting more of a disaster in the sense that there'd be an attack, or I don't know exactly. I didn't really think through literally what would go wrong, but for them to kind of resolve the conflict of the episode and then Xander to decide on his own that they just weren't ready, and then for them not to go through with the wedding is crazy. I mean, they have, to be fair to the show, they've been doing a really good job at leaving hints and setting things up that there's some trouble in paradise, right? I mean, even before they got engaged, you could really tell that Xander was having second thoughts, and I think Anya was really pressuring him in the relationship to move things ahead to the next step. And the episode where they had the engagement party, I still remember my distinct feeling of just awkwardness, right? And look, things like that can be awkward, like the announcement surprised everybody, but what really stood out to me was how unhappy Xander seemed in that moment. And if I'm remembering correctly, it was also a Halloween episode, and I kind of went into, in that after talk I'll just mention briefly, but I had kind of this idea there could be some symbolism that on Halloween you wear this costume kind of as a disguise for fun, and to me it felt a little bit like Xander was playing this role of putting on a costume because society or relationships in general, you know, you're meant to move on to the next step, but that really wasn't who he was underneath, and he wasn't really ready for that. He was just playing a role, playing a part, playing pretend. And I guess it ends up as true. I mean, I like the kind of the story of this episode with a future version of Xander appearing to himself. I mean, obviously it's revealed it's not a future version of Xander, but just the idea of having, you know, it's kind of like a nice exaggerated form of presenting these fears that I imagine almost anyone who's about to get married would have, right? I mean, the future that Xander was shown, despite the fact that it was revealed to be completely fictitious and made up, which I guess could be symbolic to real imagined futures, because at the end of the day, the present moment is the only thing that's actually real. That's something I didn't even think about. That's kind of cool symbolism too. I think it's very normal to be fearful of a bad future, especially if you've been raised in a household where your parents had a bad marriage or got divorced, right? and you just see how absolutely miserable so many people in Xander's family are. And so it's very natural to have those fears instilled in you. And to be fair, I think there's some legitimate reason for those fears, because I think it's very common to repeat the mistakes that your parents did in a relationship, right? Like if you're grown up in a household where your parents fight a lot, I think you're just conditioned to expect that to be normal, for example. So if you don't make a serious effort to live your life in a very different way, and you just let inertia, take over, there's a very good chance that you will have a similar type of dynamic in your own marriage. But it's really sad to see that future is just so depressing, right? I mean, everyone, or almost everyone on their wedding day is happy and bright and glowing. At least you should be. Maybe if you're Tom and Shiv, it's a little bit different. But, for most people, it's a very hopeful, joyous, celebratory day. But at the end of the day, like, if you know married people, especially people who are older and have had kids, don't get me wrong, there's plenty of successful marriages and happy marriages, and there are beautiful things to see. There's something so special about like an old couple, really old, like two elderly people, like walking side by side in the park and being like, oh yeah, we've been married for 50 years or 40 years or however many years it is. That's an inspirational thing, don't get me wrong. But there's also a lot of marriages that do not turn out that way. They don't have the fairy tale ending, and they end in a much uglier way. And whether that's just a separation, a divorce, or even something like we kind of saw in Xander's future, where it's an unhappy marriage and there's stress and people feel unfulfilled and there's unfaithfulness and there's kids who aren't raised correctly, and you see your own flaws in your kids as they're growing up. I mean, all those things, that's a real part of life, and that's a very real possibility when you do get married. So I just like that the episode tackled kind of that in a supernatural way. And we did have some amusing scenarios too, right? With just the awkwardness that happens at these family events, at weddings, that anyone who's been to a wedding, I'm sure, can relate to. But just when there's two families that don't know each other very well and they're getting together, there can be some awkwardness, there can be some tension, there can be tension if one family is paying for everything. And then there's always that relative who drinks too much. Hopefully it's not the father of the groom, but sometimes it is. But there's always at least one at every wedding, right? I mean, sometimes many. Sometimes this whole group of people who just overindulge. But I've been in a very similar situation to Buffy in that episode, where you're trying to manage different personalities and put out several fires at a wedding. So it was just relatable and amusing to see Buffy in that role this episode. But then when it was revealed the old man was actually a trick, it was someone trying to get revenge on Anya, which is also interesting. It's kind of like symbolic of the past sins coming back to haunt you. Just because you're ready to start a fresh page doesn't mean that there aren't consequences, and people that you've hurt before in your life might come back in some way. So I kind of like that symbolism there with that character, but they took care of him, right? I mean, Buffy and Xander together were able to take that dude on. But the ending, man, I mean, it's a really devastating, depressing ending, because, I mean, it's just it. Like, we've seen Xander and Anya together for a long time, and even though, like I said, I've seen some tension and some problems between them occasionally, there's been so much happiness and so much. I mean, they feel like just a staple of the show, having Anya and Xander together. So the fact that they're no longer together, it's kind of like Willow and Tara. Like, how many bad things are going to happen between the characters this season? I don't know where it's going to end. And then the ending of the episode, right, with the demon leader talking to Anya like a father figure and saying, okay, enough of dealing with the humans. You need to go back to your old self. I mean, that could be very interesting. I mean, if we could get Anya, a heartbroken, bitter Anya, turning back to the dark side and becoming a force for evil, part of me is excited by that thought. I mean, that's such an interesting storyline, because Anya is such a character that I'm a fan of and we've been rooting for as a protagonist type character. She's on the side of good. She's a member of the Scoobies. So if we had a turn in the other direction, it reminds me of just like Faith in season 3, which was awesome, right? So if we could have a similar, unique version of that where Anya switches sides, and Anya is powerful too, right? And, the famous quote, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. I mean, you could apply that to Anya as a demon and magnify that quote. So just seeing her with that motivation And there's honestly a lot of Anya that we don't know, right? Her history, her past as a demon. That could be a very interesting thing to set up if she ends up becoming a major antagonist or even possibly the big bad of this season. So I'm very excited to see what happens next, even though this was one of the most depressing episodes of the show for me. I mean, I was like Buffy. It's like, I like that quote a lot. She thought it was light at the end of the tunnel, but it just turned out to be a train. This was a train. This whole episode was a train wreck, but it left off with kind of an exciting, surprising setup for the possibilities for the rest of this season. But I hope you guys enjoyed that reaction. As always, the full unedited reaction is up on Patreon, along with future episodes of Season 6 of Buffy and, of course, Season 3 of Angel. Thank you so much to everyone who supports there. Thank you for watching, and as always, remember, be active, be mindful, and be a hero.